Did we talk about Checkmate yet? Listen, I hate to say, I really do, and people often say this sarcastically when they actually love to say I told you so, but I actually do hate to say I told you so for this. At the beginning of the season, I said I simply cannot have faith in a team with OG as main tank. And it seems like neither can Florida at this point. And I feel sad that that happened, you know? Is OG really the problem or just the scapegoat? It almost doesn't matter at this point. Because think about it this way. If Reddit thinks OG's the problem, then that's just Reddit scapegoating or whatever. But if the team, the people who are on the inside that hear the comms, they hear the teamwork, have VOD reviews, have tried to improve their play, that kind of stuff. If they're benching OG for a DPS player, that is an extraordinary indictment of how OG fits into that team. And you can say, well, maybe it's not OG's fault. Maybe it's like how their play styles interact or stuff like that. If you're going as crazy, as absolutely insane as putting your backup DPS player on main tank, you're already giving up trying to solve those issues. If there are like comms issues or team play issues or whatever, you could, and it would be in 99% of scenarios better to try and solve those with your normal main tank in. If you already have problems, adding in a player that is inexperienced in the role is likely to introduce more problems, even if it only solves some of them. So it's such a, the world is burning, this is it's such a desperation attempt that I think it is just a strong indictment of OG and what he was able to do on the team. And for OG, again, it's never necessarily been about like his individual performance. It's just about how he fits into teams. He never can. What game did they sub in Checkmate? No, they tweeted that they are planning to sub in Checkmate for this week. And they play against Fuel and Justice. It doesn't even matter if Checkmate is good. He's getting his butt clapped. Like, he is just going to get rolled by the Dallas Fuel. And everyone's going to think that it's Checkmate's fault. Even if it isn't, you're not even going to be able to tell, man, because they're going to get pounded. And then against the Justice, they might have usually, if they were playing in their May Melee form, you know, the Florida Mayhem, like at their peak this season, they would have a chance against the Justice. Their performances recently, they have no chance. And again, you're putting Checkmate in. And he's almost like, Checkmate's reputation is also going to get ruined by this. If you really think the guy could transition to playing a main tank role, don't field him this week, please. Please. Anyway, in terms of OG's career, though, if Checkmate continues playing, he doesn't even really have that much time left in the season to redeem himself. If Checkmate plays this week, that's essentially the June Joust over for the Florida Mayhem. And then, what? You have one stage left, a series of 4 games, where the Florida Mayhem, again, we don't even know whether they're going to be running OG. He really doesn't have a chance this season to redeem himself for being benched for a DPS player. So I think it's just over either way. Like, if Checkmate bombs, but then they have to sub back in OG, it's enough of an indictment at this point, especially because he's had such a, like, pained career already. To me, I don't see a recovery from it. Was OG even that bad this year? I think he's been pretty rough in their recent games. But again, it's like the decision-making for the whole team. It's just like sometimes he gets caught out. He's going aggressive when his team doesn't have the abilities ready to be able to support him, or there's some miscommunication and he isn't in the right position for a team fight. If you even look back to like the May Melee performances, he wasn't doing that well, even though the team was. His ball has probably been his best hero, but that might just be because you can play it in a much more individual way. I don't really like... OG has never achieved the potential that people thought they saw in him. I think it's going to be very difficult for OG to find another team, another coach that believes in him next year if this, you know, if this actually does happen where Checkmate starts over him. And I think that's incredibly sad, you know, because the guy was skilled. He just could never get it together. And I'm not saying it's completely dead, you know, but from my point of view, it does look like it. It's very possible that, you know, like OG gets picked up by some bottom level team, like OG gets picked up by some bottom level team, like he goes to the Vancouver Titans or something. But the problem is, you go to those teams to fucking die. No one ever revitalizes their career by going down to the team that's at the bottom of the standings. Like, has anyone ever done that? Has anyone in the history of Overwatch League ever gone down to a bottom team and then back out into it? No. Shockwave didn't go down to Vancouver and then back up. He got into the Vancouver Titans from contenders and then up. You know what I mean? Someone... Crimzo? No, but again, Crimzo was going from contenders up, right? Fearless? Oh, yeah. I mean, literally Fearless is the right answer there. He goes from he was on a winning team in contenders and then joined the worst possible team that you could ever be on, the Shanghai Dragons. Then he went back to contenders and then he rejoined the league again. I mean, I guess that kind of path is potentially possible for OG if he wants to go back to Korean contenders and continue grinding. But by the time OG would get another shot in the Overwatch League, man, we're talking about Overwatch 2 being out. So at that point, you're banking on that rather than anything else. Rascal? Oh, yeah, Rascal, actually. Rascal's a great shout, chat. That's a good one as well. They're few and far between, these moments. Decay, sort of. I'm not going to accept the Decay comparison because Fuel paid big bucks for Decay. That wasn't Decay going to a worse team from his perception. They ended up being a worse team. But Dallas were trying to be a good team. That wasn't like you dropped down to some cheap team to revitalize your career. That was Decay thinking, that Dallas were actually going to be good because they had Decay and Doha that year and that kind of shit, So... You're Donald-walling Zombo? Very possibly. Very possibly. I'm talking about Overwatch League shit. All right, what did Zombo Tech say? Huh? Was I Donald-walling him? What did he say? What did he say? When did he say it? I don't even know. He hasn't posted in my bloody chat. He said, hi, Egg Show, hi, chat. You just said hi and then got annoyed that I Donald-walled you. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. That's all you said was hi. I was in the middle of a conversation and you're just like, hi! And I'm like, I'm talking. Give me a moment. I'm talking. Hi! Hello! Jesus. Jesus. Hello, Zombotech. Hello.